This is my take on GoPro Hero 10. Everything I have set up correctly on that camera to the DJI Action 3. Everything I set up to this camera. Now, I am going to do one thing right now. I'm going to turn on my light. I'm going to adjust it. Now, when I look at the Action 3, it's a lot brighter on the screen because my screen on the GoPro is a little bit less in brightness. So off we go on this low level bike ride. Hey, I'm Fish. Thank you for joining me. I am with 4K 24 frames per second linear plus horizon level and horizon balance on the DJI, and of course the ISO is basically not controllable with the minimum and maximum on the Action 3. In the GoPro you can do a lot better in more manual controls, but I'm not about here to tell you about that. Now this is all internal sound and comparing these two cameras. This is without a light, the Action 3 and the GoPro. I'm holding it about like so. I guess it's about 20 inches away. And if I bring it close, 30 cm in darkness, you're not going to tell if I'm in focus or not. The only time you're going to tell if I'm in focus will be during bright daytime. I'm leaving both cameras in the on position, so this way I could turn them on with the shutter button only. And let me tell you, looking at the cameras, I'm impressed. Keeping it a little bit dark, I can see the GoPro, it shows the brownness in me. And looking at here, it shows the sky is blue. This is not blue on the GoPro. I'm going to talk about the DJI Action 3 because that's what this is all about. Now the Action 3, when I go into the mode on to turn the camera on, it's a quick press. And I have no problems with that. I can turn it off. Now when I go to quick capture and want that split 1 second, 2 second continuous start, that immediate start, it don't happen all the time. Sometimes I got issues with it not happening, and sometimes it starts immediate, and that's why I'm leaving this on, both mode on, so I could just hit the shutter button. Kind of understand my dilemma. That is the issue of DJI Action. It doesn't act up all the time, but there are times when you hit the quick capture, it's not a 1-2 second quick press. I'll make a separate video of that. Background, look at the light. On the Action 3, you're going to notice it's going to have the flares like daytime, clear white circles. On the GoPro, I think it's brownish hue, jittery. And this is what we have. We have the EIS on both, and they're set up pretty good. But we need to turn them off, and then everything's going to be all shaky and jittery. And I always leave my EIS on. Now, DJI has an additional thing. It's called priority low level enabled. And when you do that, it makes everything all dark. It takes the blurriness out, the jitter. Basically, it takes the grain out of the video, but it makes it a lot darker. All right, man, gentlemen. Hey, see ya. All right, I'm trying to be, do my vlog here. And where was I? All right. So EIS is not the best thing to do at low-level light, right? So what we're going to need to do now is just give you an example by shutting it off and showing you what GoPro can't do. The one thing GoPro can't do, and I didn't have to turn the camera around with the Action 3, was swipe up on the screen to unlock it, and then to hit the enable of low light priority. And here we are, darker, and we're going to just continue on riding. And this is not going to be a 2-minute video, because this will make my decision more and more about what camera is good for me. As we ride along, it's a sound check. And you could get an idea of low light priority, LEDs, if any issues have aroused when I've gone through, horizon lines, and graininess. One thing I don't like about the Action 3, and you're gonna find out for yourself, it doesn't have a micro switch like a GoPro. Maybe it does, but when you press that shutter button, oh man, you're gonna have to have finger exercise. And the more and more I try to press it, it doesn't go down as far. So it's like a very, very hard button to press. And the problem that's going to happen is it's going to give one day. Side button, I don't know. It feels too hard. It's harder than the Hero 8, harder than the Hero 9, harder than the 10, harder than the 11. It's definitely going to be a hard camera to turn on and off to do. Oh yeah, you got voice command. Now I did a video, and this video I stopped, it almost like it froze, and the camera shut down and it gave something in the front. And I think that was a 2-second shutdown because it never recorded, it never hit the button. I don't know. You never know with the DJI. Hey, you never know with the GoPro. That sounds a lot better. I'm gonna go across the street and show you some lights. This is a nice shot because the lights are on. It's well lit. It gives you an idea of what things look like in low level, a light in front of you, and so forth. I'll pan to the right so you can see the diner, the restaurant, low lit inside. Yes, indeed. I apologize for holding the camera up. I'll tilt it to the 90-degree level. Here I am in front. How do I look to you? This is not me making the decision. This is you going to make a decision if the camera is right for you, comparing to the Hero 10, the DJI Action 3. Well, the sun is rising. It's time to get there. I got one more shot underneath the lights on the bridge. On the bridge, the lights above, riding along, a slow pan, going forward. Gives you an idea of what it looks like. The lights working, bright, tan boardwalk with brown. Almost like a, I can't describe the color. Mahogany? No. Very light, I know the color, I just can't get it out. Now I'm going to stop as I pan towards the sunrise, which is not up. You'll see the redness in the sky, but right now the sky doesn't have the redness at all. And you get a good idea of both cameras and how they work. And low level light should be almost off, and will be about a half an hour to 45 minutes of, you got it, the golden hour. I'm underneath the light, and I'll show you as I pan. You see the sky, a nice color. Now I'm not sure if the GoPro is off just by a little. It may be, so I have to adjust it. And there we go, just a little, not a lot. The shutter button is giving me issues on the Action 3. I have to press it a lot harder in order to stop. Some of the videos are going to be longer, and that's the last one I stopped. GoPro seems to do a nice job. The Action 3 seems to do a nice job. I won't know until I get home, look at the video, and then I will have to sit in front of the video and tell you what I see, what it looks like, and all that. And that'd be a very interesting thing. So this is a decision we have to make. Let's continue on. 82% GoPro, 89% Action 3. The GoPro always shows the number percentage of the battery. DJI, you must press. Something we don't want to do. We don't want to simply press a button to see the actual percentage. We want to see it right then and there. Now both cameras riding along should do a nice job if asked. So off we go, continuing on, and you'll notice camera on the side taking video while fishing, and that is what you want to have. But an action camera is to do it all, to do everything, and you have to choose which one is best for you. In the distance are the fishing boats. That is an awesome shot. The Action 3 shows a lot brighter because of the screen brightness on. I could lower the brightness down. People say there's a secret of doing it. No secret at all. If you tap the top and you slide down, you do so, but I have to now swipe up, and I'm able to swipe down, and I could basically turn my screen off. If I swipe up, I don't think I'm able to do it. So yeah, I'll figure it out over time. As it's getting a little brighter, I lowered the brightness down to about 50%. Still, the screen got more color than GoPro, and I think GoPro's like at 40 to 50% as well. All right, I'm gonna mosey along down to the beach, and hopefully it won't be windy. We'll get a nice talk. I said in my review, my ballistic review, and that was not the real review. I haven't taken my time to make a real review. And I didn't pay full for this camera. I paid a lot less than many others. So that would mean I should keep the camera, right? Now with all the bugs and issues, does it have any? Most would say no. But for me, some of the things I am saying to you, I may and may not like the best. And I'm just pointing them out for sure. On my right, you're going to see some light, some LEDs. Now, I don't know if I want to hold on to a camera that has a focus issue, because if you're always out of focus and it's trying to be a defocused camera, it's not good. Not good at all. And that's where I may want to take the camera, pack it up, return it, and get my rewards back. And then make a decision like getting away from an action camera today and going for a Sony EV-C10. I tried to grow foxgloves. I was told not to grow them. And they're the most dangerous plants in the world. And they are dangerous if you breathe them in, because they can kill you. That's what they say. Now, do you believe everything that people say? You should, because you never know how true it can be. So, there's not much light on me. It's getting nice and bright. The sun is not up yet. And that is my, personal opinion. For me, I need to have a camera to do reviews. And one of the things we're going to talk about is, right now, low-level shots. In my living room next to the window, my wall. It looks like a TV set when you're trying to tune in to that show, and all you get is static. The colors are coming up. Gonna take some time. A slow pan, and nice and quiet it is. Oh, fish, you didn't do one of these. You didn't run. Now I did. I'm not a runner, but the camera will do just fine if I give a little jog. And what's happening is, when I'm running, I'm doing this up and down, and I'm going to make you dizzy. I'm not a soft runner because my feet no longer lift off the floor. But if I have to run or walk fast, I am doing that right now. A nice fast pace. So here I am at the table, getting ready for my talk, while I got people and dogs right next to me. I got a light. I am 3 feet from the camera. It's just about above the GoPro. I'm gonna maybe put it towards the DJI action, and maybe I can put it directly in the middle of both. There we go. Now, my cameras are like this, just a little bit, not a lot, and that is because of the rig I have set up. I am on a picnic table. I am 3 feet 40 inches away. If I get nice and close, where will 30 cms be? 30 cms will be here. So if I'm talking to you like so, I should be nice and clear. People are doing tests where, hey, I'm over here, nice and clear. And then they start to step away and saying, over here, I'm nice and clear. Everything is nice and clear out here. All this is clear out here. Perfect focus, people, out here. When you get to your camera and you are vlogging right here, that's the focus problem. And people are making this a focus problem right here. This is not. This is. But I want you to check out my fellow YouTuber, Steve WB. He's got a focus issue. He's got the latest firmware, which we're all on, both of us, betaware. We are a little confused of one another's firmware because DJI puts two, not one, two. They put one over here and one here. I read Steve the camera's firmware, and he reads me the DJI Action 3's packaged firmware. And a packaged firmware, I think, is 1005454. I don't have it in front of me. I don't care right now. But what I'm going to tell you before my DJI shuts off, I don't want to pause the video, I'll let it go. All indoor shots are going to have that grain. And that is something I don't like. I don't like that grain. Even outdoor shots with the street lamps, the GoPro glows. DJI seems to have the flares that go around. And the DJI is a ½ inch bigger sensor than GoPro, but does not offer a taller sensor, 7/8 aspect ratio. Why is that, DJI? Why don't we get a taller sensor? GoPro is offering 10-bit. GoPro Hero 10 can do 10-bit. GoPro won't give it out. They want you now to get the 11. So if you have a Hero 9 and a Hero 10, they are the same camera. Double the frame rate for the 10. It doesn't make sense to update unless you are dying for 16:9 aspect ratio or 7:8 for 10-bit, because 4:3 aspect ratio you're not going to get. People want it all. I'm going to pause the video and I am going to change scenes. I am the same exact distance, the same boards. Those are the tables I'm sitting on, so you get an idea. And here we are. Oh, you don't like this scene. I got a cold butt. But let me tell you, you are after an Action 3, the best budget camera on the market, because the GoPro is not a budget camera. It is an action camera. And DJI has finally taken the route of coming out with what GoPro is offering some of us, to some of the things that are in there. The one thing they have not offered into the camera is the full manual control. And that is something I want to use. But DJI has more controls in ISO that you could beef it up. But you can't take the minimum and raise it with the maximum. It's one or the other. And certain things will lock certain things. All cameras companies do that, especially an action camera. I love both cameras, but I don't think I am going to be happy holding on to something that has an issue. And a lot of people are saying they're returning their cameras. I got a higher serial number that looks a lot better than others. I should hold on to it. I'm in day 5 of my decision, and I got 14 days, and I don't want to hold it on any longer for more than the next weekend. If I have more issues, like I said, I can't push that shutter button down. It is so hard, I tell you. Now, I'm looking at the GoPro, and I can't see its percentage. And I'm looking at DJI, and I can't see its percentage. But I can hit one or the other, but then my fingers are going to get there. I could turn around to the back of the camera, which I'm going to do, and I'm talking in a nice loud voice for all. And I can see that I am 60 some odd percent and 69%, and the DJI's bar is down, the GoPro bar is down one, and DJI is 75%. So it is, just about the same. I'm going to end the video. There is the color of the sky. Now I want to try to get back to the bridge to capture the sunrise, and then I'm going to finalize my talk. Because I have a GoPro Hero 10, 8, 7, and I can't get rid of them unless I sell them. I'm going to lose money. DJI I have. There is a return period. I'll make my decision later. I probably will keep it. I don't know. And people are going to love and hate for reasons of, yeah, you didn't give it enough time. The camera's not matured. But what if? What if? That's the question you have to make. As long as the camera's in the market, in stock, at the stores, and everything does get fixed, then you could get up and go purchase one. And hopefully that camera will be 100% working. Perfect timing. Oh man, sun's coming up. Moisture in the air. Pigeons flying. Enjoy that sunrise. Gives you an idea what both cameras can do. Especially the Osmo Action 3 with that color sensor located in the front that adjusts accordingly to the shot. Alright, well, you can see the fish jumping in the water, and there you got the sun broken up. Time to move along and call it a day.